Are we live? Oh man, we're so frozen. We're so frozen. God, are we gonna have to do this from our phone? Unbelievable. Hold on one second, guys. 1 second. Although I don't know, I can see the chat updating, but I can't see anything on my end. So are we down bad? Are we down bad? Can you guys see me right now? This sucks, man. Off to a fun start. Off to a fun start. It looks like let's see if it's all right, let's see. Let's see what we can do here. Again. Yeah, we're frozen. Okay. But can you hear me though? Yeah, I know I'm frozen, dumbasses. So you must not be able to hear me. All right, let's try this. Let's try this. All right. Ooh, let's mute this. Okay. Could you guys hear? You could hear me the whole time? Wow. All right. Let's try closing out. Let's try closing out and see what that does here. Let's see what that does. It was happening during the intro video. I could tell it was tweaking hard. It was tweaking hard. All right, let's see. Okay. No. Why is it so down bad? That's too bad because we have everything set up here. This is gonna suck to yeah, Mikeception, baby. This is gonna have to suck if we do it if we have to do it like this. Let me close out of some stuff. It all happened. I got some sort of Discord invite or that I did not accept. I did not accept, but the second that happened, everything tweaked out. Let's try shutting the camera off over here. We're going to try one more thing. Bear with me. We got time. Honestly, this is going to be a relatively short show, I think, because we don't really have a ton of news that we're going to be able to sift through. But we'll look at the schedule and all that stuff. Hey, relax, welcome. You do need my face. You do need my face. All right, let's try one more time. Let's try this one more time. This looks like it's better. The microphone looks like it's adjusting. Let's see what we look like in here. Let's see how tweaked it is. Oh. All right, let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. All right, cool. Let's try this. Let's try this again. We're safe. We're safe. Anyone get their rewards yet? Nah, no rewards. No rewards are coming out today. They're down. Just like me. Sorare is also down bad, where they're unable to figure some stuff out right now. All right, I have to figure out. I got to get all my stuff back up here because I had to close out of everything. But while I do that, do me a favor, like the stream, subscribe to the channel, #JJ. #JJ will get you hooked up here with, maybe some sort of giveaway. Oh, looks like rewards just came out. Let's claim our glory. Let's claim our glory. Let's see what we got. Let's see how we did. Claim your glory. Oh, some streaks alive. Oh, we got 2 streaks. Streak number one. There we go.
Let's see what else we got here. Let's tap it. Tap it. Ooh, we came in 233rd. Oh, we came in 208th, and we came in 1193. That's fun. That's fun. We're not gonna do any we're not gonna do any of the what's it called the crafting. We're gonna save our crafting. We're gonna try to build our craft up. Although we're up to 4,000. Wow. We're gonna save it though. I don't want to do. I want to save it for the next time we get some special ones. All right, let's go back over like the stream, subscribe to the channel, hashtag JJ. Yeah, so the weather has required us to move up lock today. It's required us to move up lock. We're going to go over the schedule. And like I said, while I was trying to vamp here, we're not going to have like all of the information that we're used to having. We're going to have to do a lot of guesswork here with some of the injury stuff. We'll use our friends' top tier projections to kind of go through everything. But let's pop over to the schedule. And I'm kind of bummed. Like this Pacers Hawks game, I was like really, really excited about. Power Dust said, "Can we log in a Top Shot later?" Yeah, you need to find out your Svi Hollow. No Top Shot today, but we should do that soon. Anyway, so today we're going to start with Pacers and Hawks. We got some news that we talked about it this morning on the NBA Bit, which if you missed it, our guy Weisberg joined the show. They sent the second-year guy, Risache, down to the G League for a little bit. Just a rehab stint, though. He's going to miss a couple more games, and poor Zangus is going to be out for the week. Pacers are still not really fully healthy. Maybe Benny Math is going to be back soon. That's all we kind of got on that. 76ers and the Hornets. Yo, shout out the Jolly Jokers, though, one time. The 76ers and the Hornets. Philly already told us no Joel Embiid today. No Embiid. We also have no Paulie George in this one. And then we've got the Orlando Magic and the Cavs. They're playing each other for the second time. Magic, I think, are pretty healthy outside of the Franzi Wagners. Jalen Suggs is back. He played, 24, 25 minutes. This is not a great matchup against Cleveland. Cleveland pretty good defensively, at least when it comes for the big boys. So I'm not super excited about Paolo or just not excited about Pablo or Paulo. What did I call him? Pablo Banchero. All right, then we get Trailblazers and the Celtics. Boston is favored by 8.5. Biggest question mark here is Denny. We don't know if Denny's going to go. Time Lord is also listed as questionable. But Time Lord played, what did they play, like Thursday night? And then they had a back-to-back on Friday. He did not play on Friday, but then, and then this is their first game since then. I kind of think Time Lord's playing, especially against Boston. Come on, revenge for Timey Lord and for Drew Holiday. Drew Holiday's minutes are still in like the low 20s, but... and then anyways, Boston's got some interesting stuff too. Nehemias Cato was battling an illness over the weekend. He played in both games. He wasn't supposed to play a ton in the second one, it looked like. But then Amari Williams got in a ton of foul trouble, so he ended up having to play, I guess. So tonight, he's questionable, but so is Luka Garza. And if they both miss, that really makes things get a little funky. Lakers and the Chicago Bulls. I don't think we have any injury stuff there. Giddey's back. Kobe White's back. No Trey Jones. We did lose Trey Jones for a little bit. That's kind of a bummer. Lakers are sort of healthy but bad. Healthy but bad. Memphis might get Santi Aldama back tonight for the Houston Rockets. Tari Eason should be back too after not playing the second game of a back-to-back when they went to double overtime, I think. Was that against the 76ers maybe? Then didn't play the next game, but I think he's going to be good to go tonight. But yeah, that's the Houston-Memphis game. Oh, Memphis, yeah, Santi might be back, but no John Morant. Not NBA, but McDaniel to the Chargers is fairly exciting. That is fairly exciting. I like that. McDaniel not having to be the face, I think, is important for a little bit, Just go out there and cut. He's the Gen Z Josh McDaniels. How about that? Then you get the Warriors and the Timberwolves. That's going to be the last game. They played yesterday. Steph Curry, they haven't officially reported yet, but Steph is questionable. I think Steph's going to play. The Warriors blew out Minnesota last night in a very weird game. Nobody really played a lot of minutes on the Golden State side, so I kind of think they're all good to go, except for Jimmy Butler and Jonathan Kuminga, of course. And then on the Minnesota side, I was actually surprised to see how many minutes Ant and Dante played, but I still think after losing in the manner that they did, they'll play again tonight. So, all right, tomorrow... Trailblazers are going to be on the back-to-back against Washington. This is the first time I'm seeing this, but I guess if you wanted to make a case for Denny playing tonight and sitting tomorrow. There's that. You could actually. So I wonder. That's actually making me reconsider Denny. Although I do think Denny's injury is real, but I could see them being like, let's try to get him for 28 minutes against Boston, and then he can sit tomorrow against Washington. I don't know. Because Portland, 7-3 in their last 10. They're like 500 right now. Kings and the Knicks will both play their first game tomorrow. Bucks and Sixers. Sixers will be on the back-to-back. I'm assuming Embiid and Paul George will be good to go for this game, although they probably won't need them because the Bucks suck. Because no Giannis Antetokounmpo anymore, no Kevin Porter Jr. Pellies and the Thunder will play their first game of the game week tomorrow. So will the Pistons and the Nugs. Nets and Suns, I imagine we're going to miss Booker again for a couple more games. I can't remember if they officially said he was out for a week or not, but he missed last night's game. Imagine he misses tomorrow as well. And then the Clips and the Jazz, as the Clips are coming closer to 500. Lauri Markkanen continues to miss games. Now they're saying it's conditioning, which is the reason. What kind of sickness did our guy get? Did anybody do any reporting of that? Did he just lose 35 pounds? Now, Wednesday, you get the Lakers and the Cavs. That's both of those teams' second games. Same thing for Bulls and Pacers. Same thing with the Hawks and the Celtics. Hawks and Rockets, I believe, are the two teams with 3 games this game week. Maybe there's another one, too. Magic and the Heat, that'll be their second. Knicks will be on the back-to-back against the Raptors, which I think that's Toronto's first game of the game week, if I'm not mistaken. Then Charlotte and Memphis, that's both of those teams' second games. Dallas's first game is against Minnie. Warriors' second game will be against the Jazz second game. They'll be on a back-to-back. And then the Spurs' first game against the Rockets is on Wednesday. And then on Thursday, Kings' second game against the 76ers. So the 76ers have 3 games this game week. Very interesting. And then the Bucks' second game against the Wizzies' second game. Houston Rockets against the A-Town Down. Then you got the Heat and the Bulls, Hornets and the Mavs, Nets and the Nugs, Pistons and the Suns, then Thunder and the Timberwolves. So we got a lot. We got a lot of games this game week. A lot of games to get through. Let's just kind of dive in. Let's start poking around. Actually, you know what we'll do first? I'll just show you for today's injury stuff, just in case I missed anything. From Underdog, we can see what they said about the teams that have reported so far, their injury stuff. Let me see if I can find this. Actually, I won't share screen. But Benedict Mathurin is questionable tonight. I missed that. So he might play today. We'll have that before lock most likely. But Benny Math, Quentin Jackson are both questionable. Toppin and Halley are out. Porzingis and Risa are out. Embiid and Paul George. Colin Sexton is probable. Franz Wagner's out. The Cavs might get Sam Merrill back, which is kind of nice. DeAndre Hunter is questionable. Garland and Strus. I mentioned Denny and Time Lord. The Celtics I mentioned. Laravia is questionable for the Lakers. I can't believe Austin Reeves is still out too. And then Trey Jones, he got hurt for Chicago. Steven Adams, and there we go. That's it. All right, now let's jump over to these projections. Let's see what Chop Tia is cooking up. Oh, Benny Math is in. Welcome back. Oh, Canada. There you go. Welcome back, Benny Math. I'm sure they need to pump up their trade value before the deadline, baby. Trying to go get a center. All right, let's look over here. Let's just sort by straight value here. Then we'll do we'll start with the low cap guys. We like to start with the low cap guys. Let's do that. Let's start with this. Jonas Valanciunas. My name is Jonas. He's got a cap of 18 with a projection of 32. Jonas looks good when he's out there, man. I do think there's a chance we get Jokic back by the end of the week, but it might not be till next game week. But honestly, even if Jokic comes back, Jonas is going to be great with this cap. I'm not really worried about minutes or anything like that. He's gonna be stuck around 25, but I think that's gonna be good. Mike, do you want to become an honorary Canadian for your contribution to NBA DFS? I would. Projections on sorare say he's back for OKC. Yeah, I wouldn't bet on it. I mean, maybe. And again, if Jokic is back, he's probably playing limited minutes. So, although I don't know, maybe there's a case that they're like, we're not bringing him back until he's full to go. I don't know. Is he hot to go? HOTTOGGO. Nikola Jokic is hot to go. How about that? That's pretty good. I don't know. We don't want Miles Turner. All right, let's go. So, Jonas, you got Cole Anthony. It's a cold world. Man, good luck. Milwaukee's just so bad. No KPJ, no Giannis. Vibes are bad there. I think you can do it if you want to. I'll probably be playing some Cole. You get the Kyle Kuzma. Dennis, I just got done talking about Jonas. Yeah, we love Jonas. I trust it. I trust him with my life. Josh Okogs, he's moved into the starting lineup recently with no Steven Adams. He doesn't do too much fantasy-wise, so unless you get cardio points, I don't know if I want to get there. Chris Middleton, hurried pass. AJ Green from Milwaukee again, sure. Drum Dog Millionaire should get the start, probably play like 22 minutes. Okoro's down here. Not a great value week. Patty Spencer gets some love there. But as you're seeing, there's not like, because I think this is sort of by value. If we sort by projection, like we're not. Cole Anthony's really the only guy that's popping of a sub 10. So that's not fun. Normally we get some fun stuff. If we just sort straight value, though, right? Jalen Johnson, one of the better value plays here. Cap of 42, a projection of 64. That's because he's got 3 games this game week. The Goon, cap of 38 with a projection of 56. Kobe White, we've mentioned him. He's been up over 30 minutes. I know the giddy up is back, but he's kind of been limited to 24 to 26 minutes. Kelly Oubre's been just straight up playing really good basketball. So you can get to the Oubs if you want. He projects good. All right, what else do we have here? Derek White's down here. Jalen Brunson. The Coos, we mentioned him. The Coos, really fun. Let's see. Anybody else you guys are excited about? Miles Bridges, sure. If we just look straight projection. So Luka here, cap of 58 with a projection of 66. That's 2 games this game week. Jalen Johnson technically projecting as the 3rd best MVP value. That's kind of wild. Tyrese Maxey, Cade Cunningham. There's nothing really to report here. This is kind of a pretty straightforward week. No, I'm just messing with you, Dennis. Yeah, Sabombone is back. Let's see what his projections are, because the Kings do they have 2 games or 1? 2 games, yeah, man. So what did he play that last game over the weekend, right? Because he started so he went nuts on Friday night. Shout out Roto Run, who ended up getting his ticket punched to Vegas. I think that was on Friday. Did they not? I thought they played again. Wait, hold on. So on Friday they won they lost 123-118. Sabonis came off the bench, played 31 minutes though. Had 31 minutes, 24, 16 and 6. I could have sworn they had another game since then. No? Did they not play on Saturday? I thought they had a back-to-back. Okay, so I'm just crazy. All right. So, but anyways, I imagine Sabonis is back in the starting lineup. So yeah, you could get to Sabombone for sure. Adem Bona. Yeah, I mean, like, he's gonna come off the bench regardless. So, but you can do it. Brunson at 33 is a must tonight. Yeah, Brunson is for sure a good play, although his fantasy numbers have been down and that's kind of why the cap's down to 33. But yeah, 23 and 22. Yeah, we can look at that. Let's and then I'm going to build my lineups. All right, so Kelly Oubre is the one that jumps out the most if we do it by projection. Kelly Oubre, then Jonas. Aaron Neesmith has a good projection, but I don't really love that. Then Kyle Kuzma, Champani, Kevin Squirt, Ace Bailey, Kyle Filipowski, Moses Moody, Merrill, and Walker. All right, let's let me look at let's look at the Sims. All right, so if I run, make sure I don't have any saved lineups. Okay, let's run the champion. All right, so this gives me Jalen Johnson, Derek White, Peyton Pritchard, Cole Anthony, and Luka. That's pretty fun, right? That's pretty fun. We might have to do that. Let's go over to sorare. Sacramento did play yesterday. Was it against Toronto? Is that? I don't know. I can't tell if you're doing a joke. Did I just miss the game yesterday? Is that who they didn't play Toronto, did they? Toronto. Oh, they played the Pistons. It was their early game. So Sabonis did start, and he played 25 minutes, but they all kind of played 25 minutes because they got boat raced. I do think Sabonis is a really good play, though. I do think that. Yeah, Drum Dog is fine. He's only going to play like 20 minutes, though. 22 minutes. So he's fine. I just don't think he's going to play a lot. All right, I think I'm just going to roll with that lineup they gave me here. I think I kind of like it. Let's see, Luka Magic. Then we're going to throw White in there. And then we're going to throw Pritchard. Yeah, because Celtics, they're in 2 pretty pace-up spots. Why is Pritchard not... Oh, I spelled it wrong, I think. They're in 2 pretty good pace-up spots here. I like that I get to throw basically the 2 best projected guys in this lineup here, which is really fun. So Jalen Johnson. Yeah, any concerns here? I guess Derek White you're a little bit nervous about, but yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's just do it. I think I'm going to build my contender lineup next, though, because I don't know. I just want to keep those streaks alive. I want to keep the streak alive. So if I save that lineup, let's see what it spits out for. You gotta be a contender. Let's see what that spits out here. So this tells me Rollins, Bobby Lobby, Colin Gillespie. Oh yeah, this is a good lineup. This is a good lineup too. I'm nervous about all of the Buck stuff, to be honest, but we're gonna do it anyway. So we'll throw Ryan Rollins in there. We'll throw the Coos. We'll throw Portis in there. Gillespie, Brooks, all of those Suns get a nice boost here because of the Booker injury, and then that leaves us with 18. What did we say the last one was? Oh, AJ Green. Is it? Oh no, Jonas Valanciunas. There we go. Bang, 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 bang. All right, so those are my two. Those are my two for now. I'll build some more in a little bit. Do you guys have any more questions? Yeah, Jamal Murray and Peyton Watson are both questionable, but I actually think they're both going to go. I think that was more of a maintenance thing. I mean, I know Jamal Murray's dealing with some injuries, but that to me was screamed more maintenance. So I actually think that's like a pretty good spot. And like Maddie says, in like 3 weeks, Jalen Johnson went from a great play to his cap being too high to play him as anything other than an MVP, and now his L10 dropped enough to be a great play again. That's the game, baby. That's the game. Spicy P, yeah, we can look at Siakam here. Siakam's got a cap of 42 with a projection of 47. I think that's fine. Somebody's asking about Miles Bridges too. That piece of shit. He's gonna cap. His cap is down to 25 now. They have 3 games. Miles Bridges has been bad. He's been bad since I mentioned this morning during the NBA bit, but since they've come back with like all of their bigs are healthy now, right? So since that's happened, they've kind of slowed down, or his production has slowed down a little bit. He was really popping when there was like no Cockbrenner and no Grant Williams, but now, even Grant Williams only playing like 12 to 15 minutes. That just takes a little bit away from Miles Bridges' upside. So. But at a cap of 25, I just think I'd like that a little bit more for contender. Now, if you think LaMelo doesn't play all 3 of these games, which would make sense, although they've just been playing him and limiting his minutes, I don't know. I think there's some risk there, but also some reward. I also forgot to plug Bagel with Locks. I just saw that we got a new subscriber over there. But if you're not locked in with the old Bagel with Locks, go check that out. That's a little Substack we do at the beginning of every day. We talked about tonight's slate. So if you need a more breakdown, go ahead, get involved there. What's up, Borland? All right, so CD Beats going for streak number 3. Do I go SGA and Kuzma, Steph Nesmith? With Lucas and the first one, SGA and Kuzma. I think Steph's a great play this game week. So is Nesmith. The reason SGA is just a better play. I also, we've seen the Warriors limit Steph's minutes on back-to-backs, and he played last night. So I think I would go that direction. All right, we're rolling out JB, Shire, Rollins, Boozy Booze, and Sadiq. That's nice. Yeah, we can look up Big Mark Dub, Marky Mark in a funky bunch. Got a cap of 24 with a projection of 34.4. We just need Jordan not to play him 28 minutes, man. Would love it. Carl Anthony Towns, yeah. Carl Towns, Curl. He's got a cap of 36, and he projects for 48. Those Knicks caps have come way down after like a couple of blowouts and just bad offensive performances. Nickeil Alexander Walker, yeah, Nickeil. He's got a cap of 39 with a projection of 44. He does have 3 games this game week, which is nice, but that cap has really come up. Like, I like Alexander Walker when he's down in the low 30s compared to the high 30s. Allen's running out of Luka Magic, JB, JJJ, JV, and Miles B. Yeah, that makes sense. Also, let's do a Luka drop. We haven't done Luka Magic in a while. Luka Magic. Yeah, Consig, we got a real lock this week. The first game's at 1:30. The Pacers are at 1:30. I was gonna say, does Steph play today? Yeah, I think he's gonna play Borland because of the blowout yesterday. He only played like 25 or 27 minutes, whatever it was. He said after the game that he hopes to play. So I do expect Steph to play tonight. I do. Yeah, Jonas is a great play. I was mentioning there's a chance Nikola Jokic comes back, but I would guess that Jokic is not going to be back for the first game. If he's back for the second game, which this game week, he's probably limited to like 24 to 28 minutes anyways. So Jonas's floor is still good there at a cap of 18. Yeah, I think you can still play Embiid. I'm not really scared of the injury stuff. They have 3 games this game week, right? And he's been ruled out for one of them. So cap of 41, projection of 50, and like he has not been limited in those games, man. Embiid's been cooking. Embiid's been awesome this year, honestly. And over SGA as MVP. Let's see. Projections rank it like this. They rank it. Yeah, so it's because he only has 1 game. No, they have 2 games. Does Minnesota have 3 games? Yeah. Okay, so 3 games gives them a 2 point. I don't know, man. I have a tough time taking anybody over SGA that's not named Luka. Like Jalen Johnson, I would do it. Maxey, I would do it. I'd take SGA over Cade. I'd take him over Goon. I think I would take SGA over Ant, but I get it. The third game's important. Asar Thompson or Pajemski. Yeah, Pajemski's doing a little bit more, and if you expect Steph to be limited, I think it is Pajemski. He projects for 34.9. Asar projects for 32.1, so both project really well. Pods is so interesting. I just don't like Pods, but I think you can do it. People want these hands. Yeah, we could do these hands. I almost forgot. I was too locked in this morning. I forgot we got to do these hands. All right, hold on. Let me share the right screen here. Yeah, and but I need everybody to take it seriously, though. If we're going to do these hands, freaking do these hands, okay?
Same hands that work the pain, same hands I fold in prayer. 12 years and I'm still learning what it means to really care. They see me on the court at night, but that ain't all I am. From Ames to San Antonio, trying to serve a bigger plan. These hands that give, these hands that live, more than buckets, more than wind.
Yeah.
These hands that give, these hands that reach to every child that needs to live. That's the real gift.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, Harry. All right, sorry. Let's get back to it. I know I missed all the emojis of these hands, but I was afraid I was gonna lose everybody's questions. So give me a second here. People are saying you missed the hero drop too. I mean, are we gonna do back-to-back drops? I think we are. Back-to-back drops, and then we'll get to the questions. You're right. We do. We have Tyler Hero doesn't play basketball anymore. It's why. There we go, hero. Okay, so for 29 cap, you see Kobe White there projects for 41, OG for 40. You see Bobby Portis projects for 40, Andrew Wiggins for 39, Bridges for 38, Hart for 38, Gillespie 37, Oobs for 37, Nick Claxton 35, Allen for 35, Pajemski. So I was mentioning, right, there's not a lot of like really cheap value this game week with the L10s, but this range of like the mid to high 20s, low 30s, some really good spots. Best 35. Yeah, it's going to be probably, let's see, a lot of the similar ones. Brunson for sure, then LaMelo Ball, Brandon Miller. There you go. Those are your top 3. Then Pritchard, Rudy, Ryan Rollins, Alex Sarr, PG, and then, yes, a lot of the similar ones. White, Jabari, Dante, OG, Kling Kong, Con Knips, those guys. It's going to be, the projections are really going to favor teams that have 3 games this game week. Zion only 1 game, but projection good or not? Yeah, I mean, that's probably a little too thin. Not thin, but like hard to rely on. He projects basically for his cap, and it's also Zion, so at any given time they could like limit him, right? Yeah, I don't know. It has not bothered me at all, Power Duster, but yeah, but I feel like you you don't like him, so it makes sense that it sticks out. You still thought the Anthony Davis trade was a good trade, so I didn't forget that. All right, Jaylen Brown or Embiid? I would take Embiid over Jaylen, I think. Jaylen Brown projects for 51, Embiid for 50. JB with the extra game, but I do think I would still lean Embiid. Is Aaron Gordon a good play? Just grafted him? Yeah, man. Well, no, he's not a good play right now. He's hurt. But he should be back soon, I think. I've never trusted Kyle Kuzma, but you could do it. Yeah, saw this, man. It was great. I saw that guy Robert Flom has to eat his tweet in paper form, which is great. I think he's gonna. So K Premi, Paul George is harder to predict than Anthony Davis. Than Joel Embiid, just because PG's knee has really been bothering him with some stiffness. My guess is he plays the next 2 games. At minimum, he's gonna play one of them, but I think he plays 2. Artie Ardep says, would you think SGA, Siakam, Kobe White, Bridges, and Zubats would be good? Yeah, I think so. I think what's a little bit unique about that is people with the cap size for Spicy P for Siakam are probably playing Jalen Johnson there if they have him. So it makes you a little bit different. So if somehow Siakam outscores Jalen Johnson, you're kind of doing it. There you go. Shout out Boston. All right, we're seeing all the hands now. I caught up to the hands. Lord, dude, Sun Media, I'm gonna put you right back in timeout, dude. Let's see what else. You see me in the chat at night, but that ain't all I am, dude. That's nice, Stan. That's nice. There's some good ones in there, man. I like Alan and Sun Media going at it. All right, VJ. Yeah, we can look at the Edgelord. VJ projects for 39. Borland was asking about Santi, so he projects for 35.9. But I just want to reiterate, he is questionable tonight. We don't really know. We don't really know if he's going. Power Duster, you were in on the. We're disrespecting Anthony Davis too much. I remember it, Power Duster. I remember it. You were doing it under your other YouTube name though. White and Rollins or Brunson and JV. As much as I would like to say White and Rollins, this is Brunson and JV for me. Under 15 cap, yeah, there's not a lot of those this game week, man. I think like your best bet, Cole Anthony with a cap of 8 projects for 22, but like you look at the value, it's like a Kogi projects for 20. There's not a lot of those sub 15 guys. Like even on page 1, we only had 2 of them. If you get down to the second page here of the value, you'll see Drew Smith is down here, Pat Spencer. Yeah, there's not a lot of good options. There. Clint Capella, if you want to take a shot on it, you can do some Clint Capella, but I don't love it. Yeah, that range is really tough. You either have to go lower or sacrifice it somewhere else. KD or JB? Let's see. I think that's probably Durant. No, that's going to be JB. Durant projects for 50. JB, we already looked, is 51. That is close, but I would do it. Yeah, it's true. Kobe White for question about for what? I don't know what you're saying. Best 28 cap. Sure. Best 28 cap. Yeah, it's Kobe. Oh, it's Kobe White. Yeah. Kobe White is the answer. Oh man, I'm so confused with what's happening. But Kobe White's the best one. Kelly Oubre's up there. You got Bobby Portis, Andrew Wiggins, Miles Bridges, Mr. Gillespie. That's the crew. All right, Bjorn from the back house says, I'm going for streak 3 and champ. You got Cade. You got Jalen. Is that Brunson? You got Kuz, Wiggins, and Sar. If that's Jalen Brunson, I love this team. If that's Jalen Brunson, I love this team. Yeah, Yusuf has been cooking. I would go Rui over Fears. Okay, we're the same, Power Duster. You and me are the same now. Yeah, I would take Rui over Fears. Rui's minutes slowly creeping up. He projects for 21. Fears has been he's been pretty bad lately, and they've been moving away from him. Giddey, yeah. So the Giddey stuff's tricky. Like if you think he's going to get more minutes, that's kind of fun. I just don't know if he's going to get more minutes here, but he's going to cap at 39, projects for 43. So you might as well. These are all 3 of my favorite plays, 3DK. So I'll just tell you. Cam Spencer here projects for 30.5. Jabari projects for 41.1. Tari Eason projects for 31.2. So Jabari the safest. I think Spencer and Eason kind of have the highest floors. Diabate, Moosh. Or Mark Williams. It's probably Mark Williams, but it's close. Mark Williams projects for 31. What did I say that was? 34.4? Yeah. And then Moosh, the Moosh is loose. Projects for also 34.4. Honestly, with the same projection, I might just go Moose. It's just Jalen Johnson. That's an again. We froze again. All right, hold on 1 second. Let's try it. Like completely froze. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. We're back, baby. We're back. Everything's frozen. Everything's broken. Hell yes. We're back. We're going to try it. We're going to try this one more time. We're going to try it one more time. See what happens. We're going to shut the camera off. Man, StreamYard's down so bad today. I don't know why I'm still talking to the microphone here. All right, let's try this. Also, the giveaway's dead, BT Dubs. No giveaway now. I lost so many people right away, too. That was hilarious. All right, let's see. Let's see if we can get in here. All right, let's turn the camera on again. That's crazy that it just locks up like that, bros. Lock before live is good. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. It is. It's because we played these hands. Is it gonna work? Yes. All right. Hold on. All right, we're good. We're good. Yeah, we do. We get a little So Rare hoodie in there. We get a little So Rare hoodie in there, baby. That's why they paid me the big bucks. All right, I lost all of my tabs. That's cool. That's cool. What about Nas? Yeah, let's get back to Nas. If I missed anything else, I know Stan. We almost did get a man on the street. I'm just gonna do 2 giveaways on Friday. I apologize. We won't have a giveaway today. It's just I don't want to start it back up again. Yeah, this like logged me out and everything. All right, let's go. Nas Reed. Nas Reed. He's got a cap of 32, projection of 37.8. 0.8. I'm like so nervous about this doing it. Oh yeah. This is what I went to look for this question. And then it died. That's when it died. All right, big Bona. He's got a cap at 12 with a projection of 17.5. And that's even with Embiid out. So, brother, I do not trust Miles Turner ever. He projects well, but I do not trust him. I'm not saying don't play him, but if you asked if I trust, the Josh Giddey special. Let me see what we got here. Cap it up. Less than or equal to 17. All right, the highest projected ones. Coro. I would take Drum Dog ahead of a Coro. Cameron Thomas, brother. It's over. Jover. Cole Anthony, Jalen Wells, Dominic, keep the bar low. All right, my favorite ones. I think Drummond is my favorite one. And then I like Rui the most next out of this range. And then probably Jalen Wells, maybe Case and Wallace, and then a Coro. And a Coro and company. Short for company. Mobley and the Spider. Yeah, let's look that up. So how about them caves? All right, so Mobs here projects for 48.4. Mitchell projects for 52.3. Donovan playing a little bit better lately. A little bit better. Yeah, I was talking about Embiid. You can still play Embiid. Yeah, I think he's going to play the next 2 games. This is just a back-to-back. Any games in danger of being postponed this game week? Conrad, this is what I would tell you. I don't think there's any more games in danger of being canceled for weather. But for government violence and Gestapo-ness, I do think it's still on the table. But that one's impossible to predict. But I do think for weather purposes, we should be clear. We should be clear for the week. I honestly would take Kuz over J-Val here. Let me just see. Kuzma projects for 31. Valanciunas projects for 32. Okay, and I was right. It is such a bad range. I agree. Queta and Garza out. No, I don't think they're out. So my lean is Queta in and Garza out. I would just be surprised for Nemi to be out after playing. I know they wanted to rest him on Saturday against the Bulls, but he played both games being sick. And then the Garza Q tag makes me think he's going to play. So I'm leaning Nemi in. What did you think about Jalen Johnson, Cade Starr, Kuzin? Yeah, that's great, man. That's great. I thought, because initially when you said that, I thought it was Jalen Brunson. I like this bet. Dude, you have Jalen Johnson and Cade in the same lineup. That's good. The only thing I would say is if you had Luka, I'd play Luka over Cade, but this is a great lineup. It's a great lineup. Great lineup. Brunson or Jaren Jackson Jr.? I would take Brunson. Jaren Jackson Jr. is in a tough matchup. I mean, we can look at the projections, but tough matchup today. Yeah, it projects for 40. What did we say, Brunson? 47? Yeah, not close. Not close. Especially if Santi comes back, too. Takes a little bit of the ceiling away. A little bit of the ceiling away. Did we get any more injury stuff here from Underdog? Probably not, because it's the middle of the day. Just that Benny Math and Quentin Jackson were available. We're doing a Splash Sports contest again today. We started up a Super Bowl one as well, which is fun, but we also have a basketball one that starts here in a little bit. Early morning hoops, so starts in a little bit. So get involved if you haven't done it yet. I'm also going to do like a Super Bowl $5 winner takes all type thing, which is kind of fun. So if you're able to do Splash, jump on in there. You guys have anything else for me? We might wrap up a little bit early since we're not going to get a ton of injury news, and I know my wife has a meeting. She's worked from home today because we got all that snow. So we might wrap a little early. DJP, I need you to open your eyes, brother. You can't ask me to do best under what did you ask best under 23 and then you asked best under 22? I'll fight you, DJP. I will fight you. Your rare champ is Trey Murph, Siakam, Jabari, Bridges, and Rui. I would play that in contender. Because you don't really have an MVP there. So I think I would chop it up and play it in contender. Best under 27, currently Miles Bridges. I think you did, DJP. I think you're a fucking liar, bro. I think you're a liar. All right. Let's do, what did you say it was? Somewhat less than or equal to 23 or 22. That's not Kelly Oubre. All right, by projection, Jonas Valanciunas, Aaron Nesmith, Kyle Kuzma, Justin Champagne, Kevin Squirt. You got Ace Bailey, Mr. Filipowski. I actually think Moses Moody's a pretty good shout there. Jarris Walker, no thank you. Sam Merrill. I think Marcus Smart's a pretty good shout. Reed Shepard, Malik Monk, Chris Middleton. And then, still, dude. I thought you asked it earlier in the show. I'm never going to back down. All right, under 27. Yeah, let's look at it. It's going to be a lot of the similar names, I think, because this range, as I think DJP pointed this out earlier when we were doing this range is kind of tough, man. All right, so we got Kobe White leading the way, followed by the Barbie Lobby, Miles Bridges, Mr. Gillespie, Oubre, I'm sorry, Nick Claxton, Brandon Pajemski, Miles Turner, Dylan Brooks, Mark Williams, Musha Diabate. There we go. That's some names for you. Those are some names of some guys. Josh Hart projections. Snoop, you've been here this whole show, bro. I saw you in the chat earlier. You almost made Magikarp spit up his coffee, and now you're asking questions trying to get me to repeat myself, Snoop. I will find you, and I will kill you. All right, Josh Hart. Let's see what we got here. Joshua. He's going to cap at 29 with a projection of 38.2. Speaking of the Irish accent, started watching the show Blue Lights. Hell yeah. Yeah, it's happening now. And you know what? You're not even going to get what you're asking for. You're going to get a different one.
We can't go down this road. We can't talk about how you need to have had sex in order to have responsibility. I just think it changes you, I think it changes you.
Just a reminder too, I'm sorry, the stream died today, so we're not going to do a giveaway. We're going to do 2 giveaways on Friday. I apologize. But the thing died. I don't want to start it over again. So you don't have to put it into the chat anymore. But if you guys are trying to break me, it's working. All right, Jaren Jackson Jr. projects for 40.5. Edge Lord projects for 39. I honestly think I would take Triple J over VJ, but I wouldn't hate you if you did it. I'm gonna fight everybody. Jabari Smith Jr. over Naz Reid, but that's pretty close. That's a good question. That's good, because I think Nas is 37, right? Yeah, and then Jabari, I believe, is 41. Yeah. The nice thing about Jabari right now is he's playing so many minutes, man. He's playing so many minutes. He's locked in for 38 almost at this point. So especially with no Steven Adams, although Tari Eason's back, so maybe it's closer to 32, 33, but I like the Jabari. Jabari. McConnell, Porter, or which Porter Jr. is that? Is that Craig Porter Jr.? I think it's AJ Green. I think I'd rank them AJ Green, Porter Jr., McConnell. I think I have TJ last, just as they're slowly getting people back. The Pacers, as they're getting people healthy again. No, the last time we played these hands, it broke the internet, man. It broke my internet, broke my computer. Also, it broke the chat. You guys, there was infighting in the chat. I thought Sun Media and Allen were gonna throw down. I thought you were gonna throw down. The Jabari Wakanda forever. Jabari Pack. Who's the Jabari on? Do the 76ers have a Jabari? I would go AJ Green over Barlow. Although Barlow's kind of nice tonight. You just need him to get there tonight. Jabari Walker. There we go. I kept wanting to say Watford, and I knew it was Trendon Watford. There we go. What's up, Q Gold? We just Q. Yeah, how the game week wasn't that great. I mean, we got 2 streaks going again, which was nice, but we didn't have anything too spicy. We finished top couple hundred, I think, in champion. So the Ant-Man, but good to see you, Q Gold. I would take, we asked that one a couple times, right? That's close. I think like JB is an extra game, right? No, he doesn't. JB's in 2 great matchups. Joel Embiid is also probably going to play 2 games. I kind of think I lean Embiid slightly over JB, but it's close. Anthony Edwards projects for just about 55. He's got a very high projection this game week, which is fun. Best 18 cap, not Kuz or Joe Val. Okay. Oh, between these. Brown, Jay Will, AJ Green, and Monk. I'm nervous about Brown's minutes, so I think I would just go. I think I'd go AJ Green, then Monk, then Jay Will there. I'm nervous about the Christian Brown minutes. I am. Rudy. Yeah, we can check the Rudy projections. What do we got here? Gobert projects for 43. I hate the matchup tonight against Golden State. For whatever reason, Draymond is a menace. Like Rudy had a really tough game last night. I do expect Minnesota to play a lot better tonight, though. I do. Again, I apologize, guys. I know people are putting JJ in the chat. You'll catch up at some point, but we can't do the giveaway today. We're going to do 2 giveaways on Friday, though, I promise. I am always team Josh Hart over OG. Maybe that's from a fantasy perspective anyways. Maybe that's a mistake. I just like Josh Hart's like, I'll give you a 14, 9, and 9, where OG, you need the stocks to add up. And I think I just always lean Josh Hart. OG might project a little bit better. Let's check this again with Hart's 39, right? 38.2. OG is 40. So OG projects a couple points better, and they have the same cap, right? So OG projects better. I just always lean Hart. I don't know why. Gary Harris should be... Dude, I'm not playing Gary Harris. It's year 2026, bro. I'm not doing it. You can do it. I'm not doing it. Gary Harris projects for 12.8. Sure, man. If you need to grind out 13 fantasy points, you go get him. Kobe White over Spencer for me, but I do like both of these plays. Kobe White here projects for 41. Cam Spence projects for 30.5. So Kobe White projects for a lot better, but I really do like Cam Spencer tonight from an underdog perspective. From a dog perspective. What else? We got a couple more minutes. If you have any last minute questions, again, I apologize. Like, this is a weird situation where we just have like 2 kind of island games today because of the weather, which really, in a daily game, it's not the end of the world where you can make some adjustments. But when you have to lock your lineups in, like, we're going to get probably a lot of injury news later in the day. The one nice thing is the only team that's on the back end of back-to-backs, it's the Golden State Warriors and the Timberwolves, and we kind of think we have the injury news for that team. Like, maybe Steph doesn't play, but I think he does. Minnesota, I'm assuming everybody goes there. So it's really just kind of the Denny news that we don't have. And again, I still kind of think Denny leans out. Most important question, what's the weather like on the east side, since that's so important now? Yeah, we already talked about that, Alan, but you haven't been listening. Yeah, we should be. I don't think we're going to see any more games get canceled. I don't. It was a pretty crazy storm, though. Everybody got like a couple feet, feels like. Isaiah Jackson, I don't know if he's back. Yeah, they got him projected for 12.4, and they got him playing. So you can play, but he's lost a lot of minutes to Jay Huff. I would go Naz Reid over Jalen Smith, although Jalen Smith is still viable. Jalen Smith projects for 40. That feels high, man. That feels like a high projection. But you can do it. I think I would lean Naz Reid over Jalen Smith, but Jalen Smith projects 2 points better. So take that for what it's worth. Take that for what it is worth. Let me do one last refresh of the injury stuff, making sure nothing else came down in the bike. Doc Rivers on the Giannis calf injury. This is according to Eric Nem. He did a very good job diagnosing himself. MRI has revealed exactly what we thought. There's no timetable, calf strain, and really no timetable for return. Hopefully, like it was before, sooner rather than later, but no timetable. Man. LJ, yeah, he's got a cap of 8 and a projection of 22. And should I run JB and Cole Anthony, or let's say triple? I would go JB and Cole Anthony. I would go Drew Smith over Guy Santos, I think, but I'll check the projections on that one. Drew Smith, cap of 11, projection of 18. Guy Santos. All right, so Santos projects better by 1 point, but you have to do a little extra cap. Who's can Portis what? Benefit? It's going to be Ryan Rollins. Mostly. It's going to be mostly Ryan Rollins, a little bit of Bobby Portis, a lot of Cole Anthony, a little bit of Kuz, Miles Turner a little bit, but honestly, Miles Turner sucks. So that's it. That's it. All right, dudes, we're going to call it there. Again, apologies for the giveaway and like the technical difficulties. We will be back on Friday. Friday, we'll have our normal live before lock. Fingers crossed, hopefully. Also, should have some baseball updates for you So Rare MLB bros. Should have some So Rare stuff for you guys on the MLB side of stuff soon. Not too far away from the All-Star stuff as well. Yeah, make sure you get your hashtag JJ's in the chat for Friday. Good luck out there this game week. Stay warm if you're in cold areas, and if you're in warm areas, like what the hell, bro? Britt, take me with you. Take me with you.